Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Viranya. Good evening. So, in the last lecture, we have discussed about the pH, right? So, today we are going to discuss about some, life examples uh, through which we can determining the pH, right? Okay. So, let's begin. In the last, we have talked about the pH scale in animals and plants. So, elaborating that. So, we know pH change and survival of animals basically both are linked together, right? How they are now we are going to study it, okay? Basically, our body, our human body or the animal's body will function within a specific range of the pH, or I can say it is a very narrow range in which a human body work in that pH, okay? So that is basically our body works well in or within a narrow range, and that range will be, that is the pH of 7 to 7.8. You need to remember this, okay? The pH will be 7 to 7.8, and the PYQ, that is previous year question, has been asked from there, that explain how the pH change in lake water. We all know we are polluting the water resources, like due to industrialization, or we can say for the sake of farming and all, we are polluting, right? Not intentionally, but we have to throw the waste and other things. So explain we are just polluting the water resources, due to which we have discussed that fertilizers are there, and that are having the pH between the acidic pH, right? So when this fertilizers will go to the water and other resources of the water, the pH will decreases, and the water become acidic. So this is the reason why the aquatic life is being endangered these days. So We are asking the same in the question. Explain how the pH change in the lake water can endanger the lives of aquatic animals. And they are also asking for the remedy. What can we do? What can be done to lessen the danger to the life of aquatic animals in lake? What can be done? So basically, you need to mention the point we have discussed above, that our body, human body or the animal's body, is surviving within a certain pH. If the pH decreases or increases, then it will very effectively affect the lives of the aquatic animals, right? So for that, what can we do? See, I already told you fertilizers and other substances that are polluting the water resources are acidic in nature. So what we can add to the lakes? Yes, anyone? What we can add to the lakes to neutralize that? We can add the base. We can add the calcium carbonate in the lake water to neutralize the acid that will come from the fertilizers, or the acid rain is also there, right? So the aquatic animals survive in the narrow range of pH value due to acid rain or fertilizers. pH of water, or I can say the lake water, decreases, and it will be about 5.6, right? So it can kill the aquatic animals. So this is how it is affecting it, right? And what to prevent them? To prevent that, we can add the base, or I can say we can add calcium carbonate to the lake water, right? To neutralize the acid that comes from acid rain, right? Is it okay, everyone? Are you able to understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So the next one is very, very, very important. That is the self defense. Sorry, self defense by animals. Have you ever seen sometimes a honeybee and the wasp sting will be there when we will irritate them, and in order to prevent that, or I can say for the self defense, they will sting on our skin, right? Animals and plants. And there is also a plant that is called nettle plant, right? Uh, that can also sting on our hands if we touch them through chemicals. Welfare, how they are protecting them. So the first, I will discuss it in the uh, means I to say, I will discuss in the form of questions only. Okay. So my first question is, what happens during the bee sting? When honeybee will sting you, what happened then? And what is its remedy? How can you cure that? Basically, when honeybee sting, then you will feel irritation or burning sensation, or I can say pain will be there, right? This is what actually. So when honeybee sting a person, what will happen? It will feel pain, it will feel irritation, swelling will be there, burning sensation will be there, right? Why it happened, anyone? Because anyone? Why it happens? Why you are feeling such symptoms? This is because the sting consists of acidic liquid. So when the honeybee sting, it releases an acidic liquid in our skin. That's why it will produce a sensation. It is a burning sensation, pain and swelling, right? So when honeybee sting a person, it injects an acidic liquid into the skin, which causes immense pain, right? And irritation. So what's the remedy for that? If it is releasing acidic liquid, then what's the remedy for that? Repeating again. In the previous question also I am saying acidic rain decreases the pH. So you are adding calcium carbonate, which is a base. So in the same case, you are going to rub the base, like you can use baking soda that is available in our homes over the sting area, right? Which can give relief. And how it can give relief you? Because it will neutralize the acid and cancel out the effect. So what you can do? You can rub a base, preferably sodium hydrogen carbonate, over sting area, which relieve and neutralize the area and cancel its effect. Right? Is it okay, everyone? Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Right. So, in the next question, there is a, you know, okay, let me discuss first. What happens during wasp sting? Wasp, you all know, a yellow color species of honeybee. What happened that? Is what its remedy? Anyone can answer. Wasp. Yes. Yes, please. At least answer so that I can correct you. Or if it is correct, then it will be good. Anyone? Yes, please. What happens during the wasp sting? Okay. So basically, we have discussed honeybee will release an acidic liquid, but in case of wasp, you need to remember when wasp sting, na, it releases a basic, or I can say alkaline liquid. Fine. It injects an alkaline liquid into the skin. Fine. So what will be the remedy? If it is alkaline, then you are going to rub it with acid, right? So rubbing a,
Vinegar or lemon?
yes, very good. Rubbing a mild acid, like you can use vinegar on the area of skin, and it will give you relief. Fine. Okay. But you need to make a note here. And what's the note? Note will be bee sting is acidic in nature and wasp sting is basic in nature. Right? Okay. Shall I proceed further? Yes. Anyone? Any doubt till here? So now you are going to answer what happens during an ant sting. What will be happen in this case? And what is the remedy? Yes. Answer the following question.
Mom, when ant sting, it releases acid which can be neutralized with a mild base like baking soda.
Okay, very good. So basically, I just want to hear that it releases a, acidic liquid. And which acid is there? Anyone? Any one of you? The antacid inject, sorry, ant sting. Inject the methanoic acid. It is a mild acid and it is also called as formic acid. It has been asked in the question paper so many times in MCQs, multiple choice questions, okay? That which acid is there. So you need to remember, okay? And for the remedy, as she said, rubbing with mild base like NaHCO3 on the affected area. And what about, have you ever listened about the nettle plant? Anyone? Have you ever listened about a nettle plant? Have you ever seen it? Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? Yes. Anyone?
No one, no man.
Okay. Okay. So this is how it looks like. And you can completely see that the leaves are like, it is like this. You can see how it is going to sting, right? They are quite sharp. So again, it is releasing the methanoic acid. So you need to remember it will inject methanoic acid. Fine. Or it is also called as formic acid that causes burning sensation. And we can also use the dog plant. Okay. So what's the remedy for the same? Remedy is simple. We can use what? Sodium hydrogen carbonate, right? Rubbing over affected area, right? So you need to remember the dock plant, DOCK. It contains some basic chemical in them. Sometime na it has been asked instead of the nettle plant, which other plant is there? Dock plant is there. But in case of the nettle, it is releasing the acidic liquid. But in the dock plant, it is releasing the basic one. Okay, fine, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the dock plant. Fine. Dock plant. Note you can just point out a note here that dock plant. If you are talking about dock plant, it is basic, and if you are talking about the nettle plant, it is going to release the acid. Fine. Is it okay, everyone? Fine, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Just wait a minute. Yes. So, is it okay till here? Shall I move next? A brief talk about the salt, okay? So, now I'm going to discuss about the salt. We have discussed about the acid, the base, and now I'm lastly going to discuss about the salt. Basically, we all know if acid will neutralize base and base will neutralize the acid, there will be the formation of salt. So, I can say salt are formed when acid react with base, right? Or it is a compound formed from an acid by the replacement of hydrogen. If the if the acid will release its hydrogen ion and the replacement has been done by a metal in the acid, then the compound formed is called as salt, because metallic oxides are, sorry, yes, because metallic oxides are generally basic. So suppose you have taken an acid, this is called acetic acid. It is a mild acid, okay? And you will just replace, sodium is a metal, right? And if you will replace the hydrogen of this acid with the metal here, this is called as salt, right? So basically, next you need to remember that, as we have said, the salts are formed from acid and base. If the acid react with base, there will be the formation of salt. Like we people are there, human beings, we are from our father and mother. So that means salt also has two parents. Salt has two parents. One is the acid, another one is the base. Right? The first part of the name of salt is derived from the name of base. I will let you know how. Just write it down. The first part of the name of salt is derived from the name of base. And the second part, and the second part of the name of salt is derived from the name of acid. See how? Suppose the salt is, let us take an example of the salt, is called sodium chloride. Now, sodium chloride has been formed from sodium hydroxide, that is a base, NaOH. This is a base. When it is going to react with hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, right? It will give you sodium chloride. So when base and acid react, it will give you the salt. Now, what I am saying, the first part of the name of the salt, kahan se derived? It is derived from the name of base. Which is base? The name is sodium. First part. You just need to take the first part as sodium. And the second part is derived from the name of acid. Now, second part, hydrochloric. Chloric. This is chloride. Getting my point? So we can take it as NaOH plus HCl. NaOH is your base and HCl is your acid. It will give NaCl, that is your salt. So first part is from the base, you can check, and the second is from the acid, and the second is from the acid, right? Okay, is it okay? Yes. So you need to remember salts of hydrochloric acid. These are called as chlorides. If chloric acid are there, then these are known as chlorides. Okay, I will let you know. Salts of sulfuric acid. That means acid is fixed. Sorry, base is fixed. And if you are changing the acid, if you are using hydrochloric, then it will form chloride. If you are taking sulfuric acid, it will form sulfate. If you will use nitric acid, right, it will give you nitrate. And if you will use the carbonic acid, it is called as carbonates. Okay, and if you will use the acetic acid, it is called as acetate, right? But how? Check. I am fixing the base here. Suppose it is NaOH. I am using H2SO4. It will form the Na2SO4 because first name is from base and second is from acid. So the name will be sodium sulfate. I already told you sulfuric acid will form sulfate. Fine. I am fixing again NaOH and reacting it with HNO3. What it will form? It will form NaNO3 and then what will be the name? Sodium. For nitric acid, it is nitrate. Right? I can use the symbols also. H2SO4 sulfuric, HNO3 nitric, H2CO3 is carbonic, CH3COOH is acetic acid. Right? So talking about next, NaOH, fixing it with CH3COOH. There will be the formation of CH3COONA, that means sodium acetate. Yes, it is okay. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Just let me know. NaOH with carbonic acid. What will be the formation? Yes. What will be the product? Just take your time. Okay.
Ma'am, Na2CO3 sodium carbonate.
Right. It will be Na2CO3 and the name is sodium carbonate. Fine. Now, are you able to know why we are taking two here and sometimes we are not taking two here in with the sodium? So I will let you know if it is sodium and another one we are taking sulfate. We know the valency is -2 and here it is +1. So when we cross multiply it, it will give you Na2SO4, right? However, in case of HNO3, it is NaNO3. It is +1 and it is -1. When you will cross multiply it, it will give you NaNO3, right? Similarly, in the case of carbonic acid, Na is with +1 always because it is always losing one electron, right? But carbonate, it is with -2. So after cross multiplying it, we are having Na2CO3. Are you comfortable with the valencies? Or shall I let you know how to find the valency? Yes? Yes. Yes, please.
Ma'am, could you explain with one example?
Okay. Yes, please. You can see sodium. It is number 11, right? You need to learn that numbers. That, okay, in the ninth section I have discussed.
Element number.
Yes, element number is 11, atomic number is 11. So if it is having 11 number, that means this atomic number, it is always equals to the number of electrons. That means sodium is also having the 11 electrons with it. Now talking about, if we have discussed, so there in the central part of the atom there is always a nucleus. And in the first shell, that is known as K shell, then second is L, then M, then N shell. In the first shell, there is always two electrons, then it is 8, 8, and 8 electrons we are going to fill. Two electrons has been filled, we are left with 9 electrons. 9 electrons cannot be accommodated in the second shell. Second shell will accommodate only 8 electrons. So
Oh,
there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
2
We
comma
are
8 comma 1.
Yes, so we are left with only one in the valence. Now, the sodium will not prefer to gain 7 electron to become stable. It will try to lose one electron to become stable. So that's why if it is gaining, that means it is having negative charge. If it is losing, that means it is having positive charge. For the trick, you can remember if the sodium will snatch 7 electrons, or if it will snatch the electrons from other elements, so it is a negative person. So that means it is carrying the negative charge, and if we are losing something, we are going to be positive. If we are releasing our stress or anxiety, we will become more and more positive, right? So after losing one electron, since it prefer to lose one electron, so it will get plus, because it is losing how many electron? One, so it is getting +1. But talking about others like SO4, sulfate, we can check. Sulfur is number 16, that is 286. It will try, what it will try? It will try to gain or lose. It will try to gain 2 electrons. So sulfur is having -2. What about oxygen? Oxygen is 2, 6. It also try to gain 2 electrons. Right? Yes or no? Yes.
Yeah.
Oxygen will also try to gain 2 electrons, right? So talking about SO4, it is having -2 plus 4 oxygens, each carrying -2. So we will get minus 6 here. Sorry, minus 8. Then we are total, in total, the oxidation will be no, in the sulfur it is not like this. Just wait a minute. So basically sulfate ion, yes, sorry. You have to take the example of that H2SO4, right? Because H2SO4 is going to react in the case of sulfate. Fine. So here you can check, you need to know about the sulfate. So just take it as X plus. How many hydrogens are there? 2. Each electron is having plus 1 charge, and in total it is 0. So X is having minus 2 charge over there. That means sulfate is having minus 2 charge over there. Why hydrogen is having plus 1? Anyone? Yes, because in the hydrogen, in the valence shell, it is having only 1 electron, right? So it can either lose or gain the electron. So it is having minus 2 charge. So when you will cross multiply it, you will get the Na2SO4. Fine. The same example you can take with HNO3 also. In case of HNO3, it is plus 1 plus X. NO3 is combining, I am taking X. So it will be X equals to minus 1. So nitrate is having minus charge over there. Sodium is having positive and NO3 having minus 1. So after cross multiplying it, it will be NaNO3. Right, everyone? Yes? Yes? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Same for H2CO3. What will happen? It will be plus 1 into 2. 2 into 1 plus it is X. So X is having minus 2. So simply you can check. Fine. Okay. So in the next lecture, we will continue the salts. Okay. Till then, take care. Bye.